We're here at the Goldenrod restaurant in Manchester, New Hampshire, ahead of the state's first in the nation primary. And I'm speaking with supporters of Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis, and Donald Trump about why they've chosen to support their candidates and what issues are most important to them. So, just to start, could you tell me your name and who you're supporting?
My name is Thalia Flores, and I'm supporting Nikki Haley.
My name is Jonathan Leslie, and I'm supporting Governor DeSantis.
My name's Arthur Evans, and I'm supporting President Trump.
Who did you support in the last election?
I supported Joe Biden.
And you?
Donald Trump.
And you?
Donald Trump.
Regardless of who wins the Republican primary, will you be supporting the Republican candidate in the 2024 election?
If the nominee is Nikki Haley, I will support Nikki Haley in the general election. If the nominee is Donald Trump, I will support either Joe Biden or RFK Jr.
What's the most important issue to you in this election?
Immigration.
Immigration.
Not immigration. I'm more interested in an overall leadership qualities.
What do you think about the issue of immigration?
I do think that the southern border has gotten out of control, and I think that Nikki Haley has some really good thoughts on, getting that border under control. It's a problem, but I do think it's really important to continue to allow legal immigration for people who need asylum and need to come to this country to get away from oppression in other countries.
I think some people would say the southern border is so far away from New Hampshire. How is it a number one issue for so many Republicans here?
It's not just the southern border. Over the summer up in Coos County, up in Pittsburgh, there was a Brooklyn, New York man who smuggled in 8 or 9 people over the border into Stewartstown or Pittsburgh, and that's the upper tip. So it's not just affecting the southern border, it's also affecting, New Hampshire.
Are you supporting the candidate you've chosen more because you really like that candidate or you dislike the alternatives?
My goal was to have an alternative. The result was really getting to like Nikki Haley and respect her and want her to be my president.
How about you?
I 100% support Ron DeSantis. Since I, kind of started to look into who's running for president, Donald Trump was an awesome president. I thought, there were definitely a lot of great things about him, but I like some of Ron DeSantis' perspective a little bit more.
And I'm 100% behind President Trump. I was in 2016 and 2020. And getting back to this, are you voting for Nikki, or are you voting for Nikki because you're against President Trump? And I think that's what why there's been an outreach from the Haley campaign to reach out to these independents and vote for Nikki, but they're not voting for Nikki. They're voting against President Trump.
Would you vote for Donald Trump if he is convicted of a felony before Election Day?
More than likely, yeah. Even though I'm not supporting him necessarily in the primary, that a lot of the charges have been politically motivated.
I think Donald Trump's problems are self-inflicted, and he should be held accountable for his actions.
Do you think that if he wins in 2024, he should seek quote unquote retribution against the Democrats?
I believe he's going to try to unite the country if the other side will unite with him.
What do you think? Do you think he should seek retribution if he's elected in 2024?
No, I don't think that'll accomplish anything.
I went to a Donald Trump rally for the first time this year. In one sentence, he was saying that he was being persecuted, the DOJ and the FBI are corrupt, and he was being, the government's being weaponized. And then in the next paragraph or the next sentence, he was saying, when I get in there, I'm going to lock them all up and send them all to jail. So, who's doing the weaponizing?
So do you think that Donald Trump didn't actually do the things he said he was going to do when he ran the first time?
No, not at all. We had gas at $1.87. We had pretty much world peace. So no, I'm totally satisfied.
When was gas $1.87?
Pre-Biden.
When? But when?
Back in 2020.
Okay, so we were all staying home because of COVID. Nobody was on the roads. People were staying home. There was no
gas
vaccine.
was still cheaper prior to 2020 than it is now.
What do you think is the number one thing Nikki Haley will do that will improve the economy?
Well, I think having an accounting background, she's going to go in there and she's going to want to have full transparency of where our money is being spent, both here in the United States and overseas, where our money is going, how it's being spent, and she's going to tighten up the purse strings. And certain spending needs to be cut back and then put into other places. She's really good on defense spending.
So you said she's good on defense spending, and she's going to tighten the purse strings, but she still wants to continue sending money over to Ukraine. What's your thoughts on that?
Now, I'm not an expert on this, but she talks about how Ukraine is a very small portion of the defense budget and that she can take that money from other places. Do you think we shouldn't be giving Ukraine money?
No, I think we're broke. Do you know anybody who serves?
No.
Okay, so I have a lot of friends who still serve. Their barracks are decrepit, but right now we're sending $50 billion annually to Ukraine rather than helping our troops become safer, be in healthy barracks.
Part of the conversation in the Republican primary has been about race in America, and the different candidates have weighed in. I'm curious, overall, do you think that America is a racist country?
I think we have had a racist problem in this country since its inception. And I think that we just try to make it better and learn from our mistakes, go forward.
So I don't think America's a racist country. I think the Constitution was written colorblind, but unfortunately people are fallible. We had issues with race prior. Things are, as you said, continually getting better.
I would totally concur with Jonathan.
But having heard that, right, you're talking to 3 white folks from New Hampshire.
I'm not white.
So, oh, no, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
That's the thing, is we assume it, and you can't really base that assumption.
How do you feel like this conversation amongst all of us has shaped your view of politics in America?
Everyone wants America to be the best country it can be. We have different perspectives on how we get there, and it really shouldn't be this combative, oh, they want to blow up the country. I mean, yeah, there are some people who are like that, but for the most part, we all want America to be successful, our kids to be successful, our grandkids to be successful, and we all just have different perspectives on how to get there.
Absolutely. We want things to be stable, and we want, like every father wants, their children to have a better life than they had. And I think that's what we all want.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.